Hello, welcome to Wonder.wander Homeschool. My name is Shauna, and I am going over today how the school year has started and how well it's going with our curriculum picks for my kindergartner. So it's my first time doing kindergarten this year, and I was a little apprehensive, but so far, so good. It seems like a great natural rhythm. We start off with doing the calendar that's kind of like right behind me. And then we do days of the week, which I just did something pretty simple. Months of the year, days of the week. So months of the year, we do a song with this. And then we do days of the week right there. Take it off. It's a Velcro on, so command strips are fantastic. So it kind of just keeps it there and out of the way throughout the week when we're not doing school. And then we've been doing just math and science and reading phonics pretty much. And then I'll read him some books for his social studies, which is about basically talking about, I think the first part is about me and my family, and then it talks about my street and my house. Then it's talking about my city, which is where we're at this week. And it has a lot of cute little activities. It's also from Little School of Smiths. It's called, I think, Me and the World Around Me. I think that's correct. And it's just super simple, super gentle with some cute activities and snacks. So we've done that so far. So let's look into how the school year has gone so far. We started with doing the foundation phonics. I was doing a phonics sheet that he just kind of did the sounds, and it kind of felt like he was just memorizing it, because as soon as I took away the pictures of what the sound said, he could not remember the connection for the letter sound, so I took that away. So this has been fantastic so far. We got to the letter S today. It says a little Bible story, and it has like S is for sin. Sin separates us from God. It's a very sad thing. He loved S. He already knows that from preschool. But a few days before, we did the letter D and D, and they started doing blending words. So we did and one day was A, N, D, so it's A, N, D. And then I tell them slow motion, which has really helped. I'll say, okay, instead of just saying A and D, let's say like a slow motion sloth, like and that has helped him phenomenally in getting his blending. So now he can say and, he can read the word dad, and he can also read sad and dad and tad. That was no problem for him when we started doing it that way, but it did take me saying, hey, remember, let's slow down, like slow motion, and that helped with the blending. So sad, and then let's slow it down, sad, and then he'll hear it and he'll say sad. So it's really cool and exciting to see him starting the little start of learning how to read. So that has been a win so far for us, since we're just basically trying to encourage him to read. And then he also gets to practice his letter writing. Here is an example. So he did D. I let him color it however he wants, but first I'll have him trace it with his finger, and I'll trace it with a pencil, and then do the little activity there. And then I will have him trace. This is like the second day. And I'll kind of help him, but then I'll let him try it on his own. And so that was his attempt at doing it all by himself. So obviously with kindergarten, they don't have to write perfectly yet, but definitely getting him encouraged to do that. Hopefully by the end of the school year, that'll be a lot better. There's actually this right here that I was also using. I need to get back on to help with his handwriting. This one helped us with backward circles. I still haven't figured out if he's left-handed or right-handed. I think he's left-handed, but he still tries to do both. So it just depends on whenever he chooses. So they have a lot of different ways to do the directions, just practicing straight lines before we even started doing letters, horizontal lines. And then there's there's backward circles and slant lines. So now we're doing forward circles. We have not done that. So we're doing that. So just the different types of circles. And then eventually it does go into tracing and copy work. So we'll be going through that nice and slow, mainly focusing on this to get him into the reading starting. And then eventually, once he finishes this book, I'll start him with some little readers, so he can kind of put it together in the real world of books. Obviously, I read him every night. I read him some books. We love to go to the library and pick out books. He's been loving that. We just started this. I was going to try to do the nature science with all three of them, and it is super gentle, but he just didn't seem interested at all. He likes to go play and do the nature exploring, but not actually learning. So I figured I'll get something that'll have you a little bit more guided for science. My kids loved, both of my daughters loved level 1 and level 2 of this. And so I figured I will try the level K. And so far, all we did was talk about me. Let me see if I can find it. They have a nice little schedule, which is fantastic. And they talk about all about me. My name is, I'm this, this old. And then they have some prayers. They have verses that they can read. And then I had him draw what he wanted to be when he grew up. That's him being an artist. So that's what he wants today. It changes daily. Next is going to be things I can taste, which is a little bit more sciencey. So you're going to do a little taste test, different parts of your tongue. Really fun stuff. I'm really excited to go into that. So that is definitely going to be a keeper for this school year. And then this is Math with Confidence. Kate Snow is amazing, even for kindergarten. I mean, yes, he knows how to count. So this has been pretty easy. So I haven't had to really test how his learning's going, but he's counting and he's able to match the numbers and draw the amount for everything. The biggest thing is just making sure I don't take too long on it where he loses his focus, because the focus of a 5-year-old is the focus of a 5-year-old. But he's been doing great. He's been incredible at copy and tracing. It doesn't seem like he's mixing up numbers like his older sibling does. So hopefully it stays that way, because then I only have to focus on one kid to work on that, because that is not easy and I don't wish that on any of them. And then this is my instructor book. So he's really excited to do the drawing of that butterfly, because he likes it when there's anything drawing or art based. So we're going to do combinations that make 10. That's week 4. That's not where we are. Is it? Maybe, yeah. So we just did that. We talked about 5 cents and 1 cent. We talked about 5 and some more, how the 10 frame works. And they went over each number, how to draw it. So it's pretty simple. He loved playing stores, so I'm sure he's going to look forward to that. I know later on we do that a lot more too in these books. So I'm sure in the kindergarten they do that too. And then it's count to 10, make 5 and 5 more. Do that with money. And then lastly, this is for his Me on the Map. That's what it's called, just to clarify that. It's Me on the Map, the local school Smiths. We are doing the city unit right now. We didn't get to do the craft yet with that, but we're just kind of going gently through it. There's a lot of books that you can listen to on YouTube. Watch a read aloud if you don't want to go get it from the library. And that's been great. There's a video on here that they talk about the building of a house, from the ground, from foundation to finish, and he loved it. My 5-year-old loved watching that, especially because down our street, we then got to go take a walk, and literally down our street, somebody, just the overview of it. We eventually will do this too, where it talks about my home, my street, my city. So the next week will be my state, my country, my continent, and then my planet Earth. And then it's a short study. I wasn't looking for too much. He's also going to be doing a kind of a Boy Scout-like group called Trail Life that is new to us, but it looks like he's going to learn a lot of cool stuff. And they work a lot with the community. They work a lot with caring about your community and learning about your serving it. And also, it's a little bit of Bible in there too, which is kind of great. So I'm excited for him to learn that, and camping skills and survival skills. So I guess technically he doesn't even need to do science, because he's going to learn a lot this year through that. But yeah, so the books are great. That house, it's like literally 2 houses down from where we're living now, and they are building it from scratch. When we first moved over here, it was completely just dirt with a fence around, and then now it has everything but the exterior finished. So he was really excited to see that, and we were able to talk about everything that we learned about building a house that he watched in his video. He actually wanted to watch it again. So highly recommend it. It's great for a 5-year-old attention span, and have a lot of fun little activities. We watercolored a piece of road. You can also make a road. We put the address and street and everything as well. So that is pretty much it. That is all I really have for kindergarten. It's doing great. We're taking it nice and easy. Lots of books, snuggle time, and he gets done. I also do counting the days. The last thing I do is the counting the days, hundreds, tens, and ones, and we get to put that in. He gets really excited about that, and how many days in school, how many days we have left, and that's pretty much our day. He gets done pretty quick, and so then he gets to go play outside, which is fantastic. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps you out and helps you with your homeschool day.